We're going to be doing something called max-ish hangs. I know that may seem kind of strange, but I wasn't sure what else to call it, and I feel like this accurately describes it. Okay, so for a max hang, we probably have all heard of those. If you haven't, what a max hang is it's a maximum effort for a hang on your hang board. So it's probably like an RPE of anywhere from 8, 9, or 10. And when we're thinking about 10 out of 10, that's pretty high. Typically, max hangs have a shorter duration of time because it is at a higher intensity of a hang. So a max hang could be anywhere from 5, 6, up to 10, maybe 12 seconds, something like that. When we are doing max-ish hangs, we are doing these at a specific point in time because yes, we want our finger strength to develop, but we're also being mindful of a few other things besides finger strength. We're thinking about relaxin, which we definitely still have early postpartum and will continue to have if we are breastfeeding or pumping. We're also thinking about the healing timeline for our body. Whether we gave birth vaginally or via C-section, we have healing that needs to happen both for our pelvic floor and for our core. When we're doing a max-ish hang, we still want the intensity on our fingers to feel about a 5 or 6, but we don't want to do a maximum intensity on the fingers because it's just not going to allow for us to coordinate the other things that we need to do at this point in time. The other things that we need to do at this point in time are pay attention to our pressure management. We want to make sure when we're pulling down on the hang board that we're able to get ribs down, deep core up. We want to make sure that we're not feeling any heaviness, bulging, or prolapse symptoms in our pelvic floor. We want to make sure that we're not experiencing any incontinence. And we're just trying to give our body a chance to heal appropriately. Up to 6 months postpartum, we're still going through tissue healing, and a lot of times we are still going through changes even up to years postpartum. With the max-ish hang, we still get the stimulus on the fingers. We're still getting the stimulus to the fingers for strength without doing something that might be too aggressive for what the rest of our body can handle at this point in time. A max-ish hang is not super easy. That's not the point of it. It can still feel hard, but I do not want it to feel as hard as a max hang. In my opinion, when we are doing actual max hangs, I really don't want you to be thinking about your deep core and your pelvic floor and your ribs and all that sort of stuff, because the intensity should be so high that it's kind of out of the question to think about that stuff. So while we are still in the season that we're in, early postpartum, or trying to correct or rehab some things, even if we're not early postpartum, I think that these max-ish hangs are a really great way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're getting the stimulus to the fingers, and we're also being able to provide feedback to our deep core, our pelvic floor, and give our whole body as a unit what it needs as a climber. All right, that is your beta for max-ish hangs.